Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is probably an ex of yours, or somebody that at least felt a very strong connection to you and you to them, but something went wrong. They dream about making things right between you, so they know they owe you an apology. And they dream about you loving them again. Something about how you loved them really changed their perspective on romance or connections in general. They may view you as a soulmate. They miss how the relationship used to be. And I feel they've tried to duplicate it with others and failed. That chemistry or that magic that exists between the two of you, the reason it felt magical is because it isn't something that you can find just anywhere, right? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Oh, I missed it, you guys. I hope you're having a good day. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. We're going to start with the situations deck. For some of you, this could be a twin flame reading. So we'll see if that card comes out. So we've got gossip and soul. There's like a group or a community that is talking about somebody who's moved away or who is planning to move away. And there could be some irritation or some like ruffled feathers. Like, I can't believe you're doing that. Or why is that person moving? What made that person move away? People are getting a little judgy about it. There's definitely some toxic energy in this community that seems like reason enough to move away. This is gossip about someone who has improved their life. They were not willing to settle or compromise on what they deserve or the treatment or respect they didn't get from this group. So with negotiator in the reverse, it's like, if you don't want to show me the kind of respect that I deserve, then I won't be coming around anymore. What else? Magnetic and anxiety. So we've got somebody that feels like they can't stop thinking about your energy. There's something very different. They can't resist you. But at the same time, they get really anxious or nervous when they think about being with you, or when they think about how would things actually work out if they pursued something with you. So it ends up kind of getting in the way. They don't know how to make it a reality. They may kind of just daydream about things instead because it's easier, right? This is the Santa Muerte. What else do we have? Ace of Swords in the reverse. Five of Wands. And the Moon in the reverse. I know that if you're going to forgive me, or if we're going to have another chapter, I have to be honest with you about something. I went out of my way to hide this from you, or maybe even you asked me point blank and I declined to be honest with you. But the argument that happened between the two of you, the main reason things are not going well between the two of you is because they have chosen to ignore opportunities to be honest. They have chosen to be secretive versus transparent. I swear there's like a hair. Oh, there. Okay. I got it. Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Santa Muerte, which is the death card. For some of you, they were being secretive about one thing and you assumed that they were cheating, or you assumed that they had one issue when it was really a different issue, or you assumed they only had one when they really had two. But this Queen of Wands in the reverse is rooted in insecurity or some sort of jealousy. They might have believed something they shouldn't have about you. And it's like, instead of it being something like pushing you away, they did out of like self-protection, but instead of that being something that made them feel safe, it made them feel less protected. It made them feel like they lost somebody that they could actually trust. So with the death card, it's kind of like, I needed to see how things were without you around so that I could appreciate just what it was that you added to my life. And for some of you, it's like, okay, well, if you have to literally lose someone in order to understand how you feel about them, you don't seem to be very emotionally mature. And you're just kind of like over it, right? Ascension implies that somebody's okay with walking away. We've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. I can love someone and still accept or admit that maybe it's not a healthy love. If this is a toxic connection, I'm not going to, continue on that path. I'm going to at some point have to call it and say, okay, well, this is just not going to change. So we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Insecurity that leads to issues in a relationship. Insecurity that prevents emotional intimacy or someone being able to be vulnerable. So with the Ten of Swords, there was some sort of betrayal here, or there was some resistance to letting somebody really know who you were. I really do feel like for a lot of you, you think it's one thing they did, but it's a different thing that they did. Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. Yeah. They walked away from something that they wanted, or they pushed away somebody that they really did want to embrace or be with. Hello, Voyager. How are you doing? Hello, Kingly Eagle. How's your day? Actually, oops. This is the Cats Rule the Earth. What else do we have? Five of Pentacles, Death in the reverse, the Hermit. I have to say, this is my favorite Hermit card. How adorable is a black cat in a box? It's very leave me alone. There's no space for you. Sorry, seat's taken, right? I'm okay with not seeing you. I'm okay with not talking to you. I know there's unfinished business. I know that you and probably I both wanted different things or a different outcome, but sometimes you just have to be honest about what really happens between the two of you or what really is possible. This is someone who seems to be saying, I learned from the situation, so I still feel like it was, I don't regret it, but I also have to actually learn my lesson. In other words, if this is just a toxic situation, then I don't want to continue to give to it. World in the reverse and the Two of Cups in the reverse. Five of Swords. It feels like every time we get close, you find a way to sabotage things or we have an argument. So if I if I always feel like there's a justification to start things back up or to contact you after it's gone no contact, isn't there always going to be unfinished business because you're always sabotaging it? Because then I just feel like you're tricking me. It's like somebody feels all of a sudden you're just playing with me. You're just using me or toying with like the affection, I have for you. So what if that affection was no longer enough for me to continue to pursue you or want something, right? So the poison or toxic behavior was clarified by the anxiety card because there's an acknowledgement that the toxic manipulative behavior is what has caused this distance, this dishonesty, secretive behavior. If you don't change that, then you don't get this person back, right? This unfinished business will remain unfinished. Four of Cups in the reverse, but I don't want you to reject me. I don't want you to walk away. I miss how our relationship used to be. Hello, Justin. Hello, Carrie. How we doing? Hierophant. I want to be in a relationship with you again. But whoever I'm reading for, I kind of want to call you Santa Muerte, but that's a little morbid or macabre. This is you saying, I know what happens if I choose you again, if I go for another chapter with you, another round with you, if I go and pursue a relationship with you. Hierophant, right? I'm going to regret it. Five of Cups. So why do that again? Have you ever gone to like a well-known chain restaurant and had food poisoning and then written off that entire, like every, I don't care if it's 200 locations, you're like, you made me sick one time, I will never trust you again. There's someone who's reached their limit. It's like, no, man, I remember puking all night because you had some bad shrimp in your restaurant. So I'm not going to trust you again. Whoever I'm reading for is saying, I've had enough. You just kind of disappointed me. So if you're going to continue to be secretive and toxic, I'm going to be just fine with there being unfinished business. I'm not going to keep coming back for seconds. If you were a buffet, I would not come to your restaurant. No, thank you. Seven of Swords in the reverse, Four of Swords in the reverse, and the Seven of Cups. So the number 7 could be important. We did also have the Seven of Wands in the reverse over here. But we've got a challenge or a call to action. It basically says, if you continue to be mysterious, or if you continue to obfuscate or prevaricate or outright lie, if you just want to keep all your little secrets, then let those secrets be your friends, because I'm not going to keep hanging around. Okay. Now, on the other hand, if you want to be honest, Seven of Swords in the reverse, if you want to come clean, if you want to tell me what really happened, who you really are, whatever it is, then maybe we can talk about what is unhealed or unfinished between us. Otherwise, it's just going to remain unhealed and unfinished. Case closed, whatever. You know, there are, I'm trying to remember what the accounting term is. All I can think of is like write-offs, but I don't feel like that's sufficient or accurate. There are companies that have accounts receivable that do not come in, and after a certain period of time, it's like there's a certain percentage that they just accept. Okay, well, we're not going to get paid this money, or we're not going to get this, right? This is somebody saying, I've gotten to that point where I acknowledge I've paid this much or I've gotten this much back. I'm not going to continue to try to ask for more when I don't think I'm going to get anything back. I'm just going to write off this account. Whatever, done. Because when it comes to emotional coins, you don't have much to spend. This is somebody saying you're not going to be open and like capable of a healthy relationship. So I'm going to go where I can find somebody that's not going to be toxic. And this toxic person is like, wait, don't go. Won't you please love me again? Message in the reverse. There is in like a gesture or a confession of love that goes unanswered, left unread, Please, can we just like talk about it? Can we go out? Can I see you? And whoever's ascending, they're like, nah, I'm not going to respond to that. No, I'm not even going to get started. And I feel like because of this lack of response, there's growing concern. We've got somebody, or Queen of Wands in the reverse, questioning if maybe there's no longer love on that side. Maybe they're still in love, but that other person's going to stop chasing them because they've, gotten sick of their shit. King of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Cups, and Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Maybe I was a little too difficult. Maybe I made it so that this person that I care about didn't think that I loved them. Maybe they felt like I was fine without them, so they learned to be fine without me. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Remember that the Ace of Cups can be an offer, but it can also be about self-love. You don't want to be sacrificing the good things you do for yourself or the respect you show yourself because somebody else is asking something of you. And I feel I'm reading for somebody that got to the point where they're like, I'm really not cool with continuing to do things that don't make me happy in hopes that I can make you happy. So I'm going to go ahead and okay, this is gonna make somebody laugh. I don't think it's for everyone. I see this is awkward. I see people in a shower letting somebody have the hot water, the other person's cold, and they're like, I'm done. Get out of the water. I want the hot water. Move it. Don't worry, I'm not looking too closely. But this is like, I'm done being all cold and shaking because you're hogging the hot water, or I'm done sharing the shower. Oh. So this is just, yeah, I need to take care of myself. I'm not going to let you convince me that you would treat me right this time. Knight of Wands, the Lovers, and Ten of Cups. This is somebody who feels like if I can sell it, if I can convince this ex of mine that we could have some happy life, some happy home, Ten of Cups, then maybe I can get them to choose me. But I don't know if they actually have that to offer because the Knight of Wands is not a stable energy. This is someone who would ghost you or somebody who's just there for like, a 2-night stand. Five of Swords in the reverse. The World. And Seven of Wands in the reverse again. Yeah. If by unfinished business, you mean I haven't let you continue to manipulate me or play the same games with my heart and then continue to let me down, then yeah, you're right. There's unfinished business. But from where I'm standing, the world is in the upright. From where I'm standing, we don't need any more. It is finished. It is done. Because you let it continue to be unstable or because you continue to choose to be toxic. Ace of Wands, Star, and the Magician. So what had once mesmerized or captivated this individual? What were we calling you? Initially, I was calling you Santa Muerte, but I feel like I need to call you something else. The person who's ascending, you are focused on a new beginning. You tried to heal things with this person, and I feel like you gave it everything you had. And now you've pivoted. Now you're more daydreamy about what you can do going forward. Now you're thinking about the possibilities, where you want to go, how you want to live, who's going to be your friend, whatever it is. And the way this person used to be able to control you or be a little bit of like a puppet master, like, hey, let's talk again, is not effective. They have lost their control over you. They used to be able to press a button and you would respond. Now it's more like, hello, hello, is this thing on? Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3. They're not getting through anymore. Some of you actually changed your phone number or blocked them. This is the Marigold Tarot. King of Wands. Temperance in the reverse. 10 of Cups in the reverse. So the Santa Muerte person, the one who's willing to make a change or walk away, is our King of Wands. This is somebody who's saying, you know what, I'm ready to change my life. Because the King of Wands is somebody who takes action, right? They're not exactly afraid of much. Hello, Chandler. How are you doing? They've decided, this is not my scene. This is not where I want to live. This is not who I want to be with. 10 of Cups in the reverse. I don't belong here. Because there's people who feel like they can lie to me. There's people who are dishonest. There's people who like to play games. So I don't want to live with this person. I don't want to be in a relationship with this person. I don't want to be friends with these people. For a lot of you, being in a relationship with this individual means you hang out with others that you don't really trust, their friends or their family. So you kind of see it as like a 1-2 punch. Like if I break up with you, I also don't have to see your stupid friend anymore. Sorry, friend. I'm just channeling how they view you. Justice in the reverse and the Chariot. So the thing is, you don't necessarily treat me well. So if I continue to stay around and let you treat me that way, then I'm signing up for it. But if I accept that you're not going to change and you're always going to be this like toxic person, I can say, hey, looky there. I have a mode of transportation. I could get on this here bike and not have to deal with you anymore. Okay. Sayonara. So we have the Devil, somebody who feels like they have enough of a grip on you that you would not walk away. They feel like they can control you or manipulate you. But 6 of Cups in the reverse. And wow, that's so funny. So I leaned in to look at that because I couldn't tell. I thought for a second it was the 6 of Pentacles or the 6 of Rings in the reverse. And then that card came out. So this is somebody who doesn't realize that you are comfortable letting go of an old life. You are comfortable pursuing something on your own. You are not as stagnant or stuck as they would like to believe that you are. You are comfortable walking away from them in a way they don't really expect you to be. Hello, Pharaoh. Thank you. How's it going? All right. This is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? There's confusion here. Uncertain, unclear, unsure. Stress, turbulence, tension, and arguments. As this Queen of Wands in the reverse senses that they have lost some control over you or all control over you, they start to get antsy. They start to lash out. They start to, look for things that they can use to be mad about, start an argument. And it's all because they're confused. They don't understand. I used to do this and predictably you would do that back. I used to say this and it would make you change that. They're realizing you're learning how to walk away and learning how to not really care about what they say. What's up, Key Controller? It's not too bad. It's only 25 minutes in. So we've got intimacy, bonding, sensual, and confiding. This is what makes them feel uncomfortable. I like feeling like there's someone that I have as a companion or somebody that will maybe do what I ask them to do, but I don't want you to actually get too close to me. I don't want you to know too much about me. There is something, again, we had moon in the reverse, ace of swords in reverse, something or some things they worked very diligently to hide from you. I don't want you to know this about me. I don't know what, or I don't want you to know what I did or who I deal with. But intuitively, you were picking up on things that they did not want you to pick up on. Heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. You might be one of those people, you can look into people's eyes and you can see a lot. I believe it was Queen Elizabeth I that said, "I do not pretend to make windows into the souls of men." I think it's something like that. But it was very strategic of her because my understanding of it anyways, what she was working to accomplish is, I need your insights because you're men and I'm just a woman, because being a leader at that time as a woman was shaky ground for them, right? So she was being demure or like, I will be the leader, but of course I will have to have your guidance. I'm not going to pretend to understand things from a male perspective. There's something here about your ability to phrase things or approach things in a way that's kind of coy, or you're able to say something without really saying it. It's starting to get to the point where this Queen of Wands in the reverse knows that you know that whatever they wanted you to believe or however they had gotten you to view them, it's no longer how you view them. You had a fantasy about them or you saw them for their potential. You were wearing those rose colored glasses, right? But you've kind of checked yourself. You've had a reality check and said, you know what, I was kind of daydreaming. What did I think was going to happen with that person? They still need to work on this. They haven't worked on that. They lied to me about this. And I think they hang out with that person. This is somebody that's being honest with themselves about the reality of their connection. This is somebody that maybe isn't really that great for me. This is somebody who's been toxic or dishonest. And there's an issue here for this person. They have a fear of abandonment. This could be tying into that Queen of Wands in the reverse or that Queen of Cups in the reverse. This does have something to do with why they play those games. I don't want you to leave me. I always feel like I need to leave somebody before they can leave me. But then that means that I sabotage things, right? So I want to come back and I want to apologize, but can I promise that I'm never going to walk away again? No, probably not. It's kind of a thing. It's my signature move. How original. Conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility. We had Temperance in the reverse. This is a card that talks about incompatibility. What is it? Water and oil. They don't mix. This is acknowledgement. You know, maybe I really liked you. I really wanted things to work, but I realized now that I was kind of dressing things up. I was making it seem like it was better than it really was. The reason things feel difficult or the reason why there's tension here, the reason why we don't always see eye to eye is because we are really different and because you're pretty toxic. And there's not a lot of toxic people out there that are like, oh, you know what? You're right. I am toxic. I'm going to change all of that right now. Okay, better. Hello, how's it going, James? All right. Let's get a few from. This is the Untold Messages of the Hearts. What else do we have? Hello, Elise. How are you doing? I'm staying away from you because the first thing I want to do. Wow. I've never misread it that way. The last thing I want to do is hurt you. I've read this card several times. This is one of the first Oracle decks I got. The first thing I want to do is hurt you. It's like they want to remind you can't walk away from them. So I'm going to apologize, and then I'm probably going to do that same thing that you don't want me to do. Why? Ego. It's easier to block everything out right now. I'd rather ignore my emotions. Now, does that sound like somebody who's actually doing the healing that they need to be able to do? No, it actually sounds really toxic. Oh, weird. I didn't see that one coming, you guys. You know that like puppet who does the like. All right. Secrets and anger. I hid something from you. I told you. And I'm afraid to talk to you about it. If I have to talk to you about what I hid, then I know I'm going to get in trouble. So I'd rather avoid that conversation however I can. I'm upset and I need some time to cool down. For some of you, this is manufactured anger because they want to distract from a conversation that scares them. If you start asking too many questions, or if you feel like it's your opportunity to learn whatever it was that I hid from you, then I'm going to get real uncomfortable and I'm going to shut down, right? This is somebody who uses anger to avoid accountability, period. Battle. I've tried my best to move on, but I can't seem to let you go. This Queen of Wands in the reverse thought that they would be able to manage their emotions better than they have. And I think they kind of expected you to be the one who got trapped or felt like you couldn't move on or you couldn't get over them. But they're starting to realize you're the one who's moving on first, or they're the one kind of stuck, right? I can't be apart from you much longer. Surrender and gesture. I'm going to come sweep you away. So rather than doing things the right way, because this person's unhealed, they want to find some grand gesture. Hey, let's go on a weekend trip, or hey, let's go to that really nice restaurant that you like, or I'll go meet your parents. But they're not doing what they need to. They still want to avoid this secret conversation, right? They will be sending you some sort of communication. We've got the letter card. I will be writing you a message. What's the message? I'm busy with work right now and it requires my attention. This feels to me like I've got a lot going on right now in the message, right? But I want to plan something. There is an effort to say, hey, like in a week or in 2 weeks after I finish whatever I'm doing, I want to do this. And I feel like what they want to do is establish like a week or two or whatever where you can get excited over something that they're going to do that is nice for you. And they feel like it'll buy them some, like a grace period or some like, what's the word? That you won't be as quick to initiate difficult conversations, right? It'll keep things kind of surface level. And if you've got a weekend trip coming up, then they can do things like, did you check the weather? Oh, it looks like you should have a couple swimsuits, right? They want to busy any conversation you might have with them up with something that isn't whatever their secrets are. You deserve the best, and I respect you. I want to do the right thing. This is what the message is going to say. Yeah, they're going to plan some surprise. They're going to plan some big gesture. They're going to tell you that they want to do the right thing. They're going to tell you that, it's probably time that you have a conversation. I do feel like they're going to set some pretty high expectations. And if you go on this, if you, entertain that invitation, I don't feel like they're going to talk about this thing that you feel like you should be hearing about. I feel like it's all kind of like one big distraction. Like, do you feel better now that we had a good time? Oh, you wanted the truth. I didn't bring that. I didn't have time to wrap it. Sorry. Maybe next time. They're not doing things in the right order. It's like, I want to have some big reunion or some celebration. Let's have fun. And then I'll give you kind of like a partial apology, but don't ask me any questions. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. We'll see if that deception card comes out. We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So basically, this is somebody who comes back around. Obviously, it's an ex. This is somebody who is a temptation, and they're going to tell you that they've done what they should have done, or they're going to tell you they want to do right by you. They want you to feel like things are fine and that cycle should continue. But I think you have a little bit more brain cells going on than they expect. They don't expect you to be as intuitive as you are. And I do feel like most of you'll leverage that discernment and pretty quickly determine this person has not done what they needed to, and they're still avoiding what you need to talk about. We've got that deception card, and very soon. So this conversation is probably within the next month. And when that happens, I feel like it really does enable you to kind of put that sense of closure on this connection. This person's not changing. I think I've already invested a lot of time in them. I'm ready to call in my soulmate, somebody who's going to show me that respect and not just talk about it, right? You got to actually be about it. So if you feel this person has come back around and you feel like they've disappointed you in terms of actually doing the work or being honest with you, then that is your sign to say, okay, if there's somebody else out there who wants to treat me well, bring it in. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'll let this person go. I don't need that. Hello, Galaxy King. How we doing? Yep. This might be a reading then. Be careful. All right. What else do we need? This is the Voyage of the Soul. What else do we have? I hope you're having a good weekend. All right. I love this. Look, we had Ascension come out at the beginning of the reading. Here it is again. And I was literally just like, I don't know, giving you lots of praise about your intuition. And then we get this gifts card. You know this person. You see right through them. They don't like it, but you've gotten real good at being able to tell what they're up to. So don't lie to yourself. Don't say, oh, it'll be fine. If you don't like how they treat you, then don't sign up for more. You will be able to see right through their little promise. Oh, I deserve the best? Respect? Okay. Tell me everything you lied about. Tell me everything you wanted to keep secret from me. Go. But I don't hear anything. Are you walking away? Hey, come back. Oh, what's that? You want to keep a little bit of mystery? You don't want to be honest with me? Okay, don't come back. Keep walking. Now I get to eat the whole cheese platter myself. There. That actually is a great point, Elise. I support that. What else do we have? Enlightenment, ascension, right? Emergence, insight, growth, illumination, clear path. I know how I can be happy. I know what path I need to follow. And oh, look, you're not on that path. That's weird. Hello, Doris. How are you doing? Hello, Miss Boogeyman. How are you doing? We've got self, inner temple, gentle, pamper, disconnect, and self-love. We've got enchantment, captivated, romance, charm, dazzling, fairy tales, and surprise. And extraterrestrial, galactic, star races, light codes, ancient, and origins. So when you choose yourself over this toxic person, guess what you get? You get somebody that walks into your life that is enchanting, somebody who is captivating, somebody who is actually interested in treating you the way you deserve to be treated. This is somebody who understands or sees things in a very similar way. Maybe not exactly, because we can all learn something from other people, right? Different perspectives. But this is somebody who's going to work with you instead of trying to control you. All right, this is the Everyday Tarot. Tell me more about this new person, please. I like it. A polar bear? Hello. I think it's Detroit's, right? With a B? I keep calling you Detroit's. Forgive me. Obviously, it just looks like it, right? I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? So this new person could have Aries in their chart. This is somebody who's very capable. They know what their resources are. And I do feel like they have some success under their belt. This is somebody who has been able to identify goals, identify plans to achieve those goals, and then they achieve them. This is somebody who is not deterred easily. Turd. I'm sorry, you guys. Ten of Cups. This person's emotionally stable. They're looking for a relationship. They want to have a shared living experience. And they appreciate honesty the way that you appreciate honesty. You ask them to be open and transparent with you. It'll be for them like a kind of duh, like, absolutely. Why would I be anything but? Not this, I'm going to tell you I'm ready to do right by you, but then not do right by you. Page of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. This person is going to get to know you before they say something. So this soulmate may start as a friend. It may, for some of you, be a work acquaintance. But this is somebody who wants to not rush things. They want to see what they can find out about you. And that's actually a pretty good thing. It's not like a creepy, stalky thing. I don't pursue someone unless I feel like I really do know what they're about. I want to make sure that you're authentic, or I want to make sure that if we go out on a date, we would have something to talk about, right? Like they're doing the little vetting. King of Cups in the reverse, Five of Swords, and Strength. This new person, the Magician, is somebody who has gone through some pretty difficult romantic relationships where they dealt with somebody who was quick to sabotage things as well. So you will probably be able to relate with this person. I wouldn't spend too much time talking about your exes, especially on the first date, but this is somebody who will be able to relate to what you've been through with this person that has been toxic. But the difference is this Magician is somebody who has learned from it. I feel like this is very similar to your energy. You have bossed up, you have ascended because you acknowledged that you have control or power over this situation and you can change it. This is what the Magician has done in their own situation as well. So that could be part of what draws you to each other. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like this person's not going to ask a lot of you, but they are going to be generous with you. In other words, for many of you, this is going to be somebody who shows up and they have a gift for you, but they don't expect anything in return. This is potentially somebody who likes to heap praise on people. You may even feel a little bit uncomfortable with it, but this is something you will adjust to. You need to be, of course, aware of what your boundaries or what you're comfortable with, right? But just because you've been used to people being less than complimentary of you or less than loving towards you doesn't mean that you should shut somebody down right away when they're trying to be loving towards you. See what you think after like a week, right? But again, with Hierophant in the reverse, this is not going to be somebody who's pushing to get you into a relationship right away. They're going to want to court you. They're going to want to get to know you. I want to see what you're about. I want to see like what kind of life you are aspiring to. King of Pentacles in the reverse, Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, I have my suspicions on this. Hold on. Page of Cups in the reverse. Death in the reverse. Interesting. Some of you, this new person, this new soulmate or magician energy is somebody who kind of has a little bit of a test. They like to let people feel or like believe that they are struggling financially in order to avoid interested parties that would want them for their money. So you may at some point realize that this person has done a little bit of manipulation to make sure that people don't realize that they're actually doing pretty well, or they want to be seen as somebody that isn't super successful because they have dealt with people that wanted them specifically because of that. So that's interesting. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for the subscribes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.